Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday morning. I'm Allie. And let's get started in a seated position. If you're more comfortable coming down into your space, laying down, that's fine, go for it. And take a few moments here to close your eyes, tune in. Begin to take deeper breaths. Notice how good that feels as your lungs open up and expand and your rib cage expands. Let's take a few breaths together. Coming into this place, on inhale, fill up all the way. And let out a sigh. Two more, big inhale. Hold at the top, sigh it out. One more deep breath in. Sigh it out. Now, if you have not already, begin to come into your Ujjayi breath, your yoga breath. Deep inhales through your nose. And exhaling through your nose. And take a moment here, work on controlling your airflow. Trying to attain a constant flow of air coming in, same amount of air coming in at the beginning of your breath as you have at the end of your breath. And the same thing on the exhale, controlled stream of air. This sets the tone for your practice, so take the time. Notice what happens in your body as you start to breathe. Do you soften in your face? Do your shoulders soften? Do your thoughts begin to soften? Bring your arms out by your sides. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, bring your right hand down, reach your other hand over, and think about yourself pushing out through your ribs. If it feels good in your neck, even take your gaze up towards your top elbow or fingers. And you could practice or play with opening your heart space here. Stay here for 3 more breaths. On the next inhale, come back through center. Exhale, other palm comes down, reach over. And your hips both stay grounded, your sits bones into the earth. You don't want to lift. Your stretch is coming from pressing your rib cage out. Extend your upper arm and your gaze even towards the back. Opening your heart space. 3 more breaths here. Bring it back through center and extend your right leg out. Bring your left leg in. Take a forward fold here. So on the inhale, reach up. Slight twist of the torso towards your extended foot. You can reach for your toes or the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now, do what feels good here. I know towards the end of the practice, we usually, in this pose, we're working on lengthening here. But if it feels good to you just to get heavy and Let your head get heavy, your neck. Do that. Just do whatever feels good in this first forward fold. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Bring it back up on your next inhale and switch out your legs. Inhale to rise. Exhale, folding towards your extended foot. And then take some breaths here. Breathe into your hips, the back of your leg. And do what feels good in your body. You can work on lengthening or just let your head and chest get heavy here. Walk your hands back in. Come into tabletop. All right, cat-cow. So on the inhale, come into cow pose. Tailbone reaches the sky. On the exhale, cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. 3 more. After your last one, come to child's pose. Big toes are together, knees as wide as your mat. Extend your arms forward. Now with each breath here in your child's pose, lengthen your spine. Think about creating length from your tailbone all the way to the top of your spine. And each exhale, think about your chest and your heart space opening up, coming a little closer to the earth. And take a moment here to set an intention, if you'd like, for your practice, something on or off the mat. And for my intention today, it's patience. Simply patience for my kids, being patient with other people's reactions. Sometimes someone else can overreact to something and that causes a chain reaction or me to react. And my intention for the day and for my practice is patience with others and with myself. So if something's not there on the mat, it's okay. I'm going to be patient. Give grace to myself and others. Tune into what you need today. If we don't figure out and pay attention to the things that we need, how are we ever going to have them? On the inhale, come back up through tabletop. Go ahead and engage your core. Think about everything hugging into the midline of your body. Use your breath as your anchor. Extend your right arm forward, left arm back. Now you can take any or all of this. If it's just there in your arm today and you want to drop your other knee or just use your legs, go for it. But wherever you are, take a big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, think about cat pose. Arch your back, lift your elbow, knee as high as you can. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Extend. Bring it in. One last extension. Bring it in. Extend back out. You can stay here, work on balance, or if you'd like, reach around, grab the outside of your foot. You may have to take a look back and open up. Get light in your left arm, left shoulder, and lift, opening your right shoulder. Extend it back out and release. Shake it out. Let's go for same thing on the other side. The left arm forward, right foot back. Your right toes are flexed towards the earth. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Lengthen out. Bring it in on the exhale. Maybe you bring it a little bit higher. Stretch it back out, work on your balance here, or reach back, grab the outside of your foot, open up. This is not my strongest pose, but that's okay. Patience with myself. Bring it back and down, shake it out. Downward facing dog, curl your toes, extend your hips to the sky. Now, on your inhale, bring your knees down to a hover. Now, really press your hands into the mat, almost like you're trying to stretch your mat out. Chest comes towards your thighs. Then, begin to straighten your legs. Set your gaze to a point at the back of your mat. That's the same spot you'll come back to. If you're in down dog or any pose where you're folded forward, come back to that same spot, come back to your breath. Walk your feet forward to meet your hands and rise up one vertebra at a time. All right, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, Tadasana. Go ahead and come into your Tadasana, have your everything hugging into the midline of your body, everything's engaged. Feel the four corners of your feet grounding down. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Strong breath. This down dog in my body already feels a little looser, a little better than the first. Notice how it feels in your body. Come forward on the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Let's go through two more of those. One breath per movement. On the inhale, step or float to the top of your mat. And lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up on the inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step or float to the top. Halfway left. Exhale, fold. High mountain on the inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your hands, step it back. Chaturanga, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. Side out on the exhale. Stay here and breathe for 5 strong breaths. your fifth breath, step your feet to the front of your mat, halfway lift, fold forward. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit your hips low. Sorry, I'm putting my hair up so that my face isn't covered up. All right. Sit as low as you can. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, step back, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right. Stepping your right foot forward, rise up. Now take a moment here in your warrior. We're going to be in about 5 breaths. So tune in. Where can you find softness? I know with my intention being that of patience, I know a lot of times it's really hard to be here for 5 breaths or however long. And I just have to remind myself, patience, because trying to get out quicker or tensing up doesn't help it at all. After your 5th breath, reach up. On the exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Exhale to lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the left. After your 5th breath, you can reach up if you'd like. Chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. 5 breaths. After your 5th breath, step or float to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Now, we're going to take a twist here, and I'm going to give you options. So, you can twist from your chair, and when you go into your twist, you're going to inhale, belly in, tall spine, and on the exhale, hook your elbow to the outside of your knee. Actually, I'm going to have everybody start there. So, inhale, go there, inhale to create space. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take your gaze over your top shoulder, open up. Now, look back at your knees, check the ones not jutting out in front of one another. And most of the weight's in your heels. Think about probably about 80% of the weight is in your heels. You can even lift your toes off your mat. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, think lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twist. Notice, use that leverage, pressing your leg out into your elbow. Open up. Inhale, rise tall. Now, same thing. We'll start in chair, in your twist. Now, you can stay right here, or for an extra challenge, lift your left leg up, step it to the back of your mat for crescent lunge with a twist. Now, inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, take your gaze over your shoulder. Each inhale, you're creating space. Each exhale, move into that space you created. Think about what exactly you are filling that space with. For myself, it's with patience. Getting rid of the old, replacing it with what I need. Next inhale, rise tall. Now let's stay here. Back knee down is always an option. I'm going to do that just to save my breath. I don't lose it as much and you can understand me better. Think about lifting from your heart space, opening up. Last breath here. On the exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank, exhale to low. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. We're going to come back to chair to go into that crescent lunge twist on the left. So step or float to the top of your mat. Chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the left. Inhale, think about creating length, creating space. Exhale to twist. Now, if you're stepping your right foot back, it helps me to take my gaze back down to the mat. Ground down into your left foot, use your core. Right foot steps back. You're on the ball of your right foot. Now, maybe you even open your arms here. Do what feels good in your body. Create space for something new, for whatever it is you need in your life today. Bring it back through center. Crescent lunge, either with your leg lifted or I'm going to lower mine down. 5 breaths. After your 5th breath, plant your hands, step back, high plank, exhale low, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. We have 2 more breaths here. Next, inhale, warrior 2. Step your right foot forward, open up. Now really reach, extend through the tips of all your fingers. I know this is one I always thought of a great warrior 2, very humble, I know, but then I look at these videos and I realize how bent my back arm is. So really extend long here, everything in your body, think about expanding in all directions. Think about where you can soften, where you need to hold on, and where you need to let go. I bet you can let go of some tension in your face. All right, straighten your front leg. And then step your back foot up about halfway for pyramid. And square your hips here. So your right hip's going to come back, left hip forward. And then create a bind. Either your fingers can be interlaced. If you want more of a shoulder opener, heart opener, this is great. If you're getting shoulder opening in preparation for handstands, you can bring one arm around and grab your fingertips, or if you need to, you can use a shirt or a towel. And then, as long as you don't have the death grip, if you have the death grip, loosen up, find something else. But wherever you are today, inhale, lengthen, exhale, folding towards your front foot. Inhale, space. Exhale, move into the space. Now, bring your left fingertips down, open your right arm up towards the sky. Now a little switch here. We're going to come into half moon. So right fingertips come down. You can use a block or a book if you have one. And then left hand on your hip. Open your hips so they're stacked on top of one another. Gaze down for balance. Gaze up for more of a challenge. Extend your left fingertips up. Keep your left leg active. Maybe, if you're doing good here, maybe you bring your hand to meet your foot, grab your foot, create a bind. I'm going to stay right here in my half moon. Try to get flat as a pancake here. All right, bring your hand back down. Left foot comes up, rise up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Warrior 2 on the left. Come into your strongest warrior. Reach with all fingertips. Lift the inner arches of both feet. What do you need to hang on to? What can you let go of? All right, coming into triangle, you're going to step your right foot up halfway. Square your hips. Right now you see my left hip's forward. I feel like Tin Man when I do that. All right, inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, actually, don't do that. We got to do our bind first. So whatever bind you took on the other side, take here. If you interlaced fingers, do it the funky way this time. The other thumb on top. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, create space. Exhale to fold. Now bring your right hand down, open up. Okay, okay. My kids have to come through here, so. Oh goodness. All right, now we're going to come into half moon. So left hand comes down, right leg lifts, right hand comes to the outside of that right hip. Stack your hips. Whew, this side is not nearly for myself as good as the other, but I'm going to have patience with myself. I'm going to open your right arm up. Bring your hand back down. Other right foot comes up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Woo. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, chaturanga, step, float back. Inhale for upward facing dog. Let your heart shine. Downward facing dog. Hold in your down dog for 5 breaths. And your breath may be slower than mine. It's totally fine. Rock forward into a high plank. Now, let's work our abs a little bit here. So lift your right leg up. Lift your left leg up. Right leg, left leg. Right leg. Now challenge. Dip it to the left. Dip it to the right. Right leg down, left leg up. Dip it to the left. Dip it to the right. left leg down. Let's lower down for the count of 5. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Rest one cheek on your mat. Bring your arms down. Palms facing up. Let your shoulders completely release here. Turn your head to the opposite side. Now I'm not going to turn my head just because I've got limited neck mobility at this point in time. But you take what your body needs. Now bring your elbows in by your sides, palms up by your shoulders, forehead down on your mat. Now think about hugging everything into the midline. So your glutes are engaged, your legs. And now on the inhale, come up to baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Now you're using your core for this, so you can even lift your arms up. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, head down. You can keep your hands down if you still need that for support. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Now bring your arms behind you for a bind. Now inhale, lift up and use that bind. Pull your hands back. Allow that to open your chest and your heart. Your gaze is at the top of your mat. Now draw in to create your fullest expression out here. Now release that bind. Extend your hands towards the back. You can stay here, or if it feels okay in your body, lift your toes. Lift up any amount further. On the exhale, lower down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. It even feels kind of good if you want to take your hands, place them on your lower back, your sacrum, and just give yourself a little massage here. If I were in person, I'd walk around. Do that to your back. All right, let's go for that again. So arms by your sides, palms down this time. On the inhale, lift up. Think about your shoulders coming back and down. Your fingers are pulling you so much that your chest lifts. Maybe your feet come up. Create your fullest expression. 3 more breaths. Strongest breath yet. And then lower down. Windshield wiper your legs. And give yourself that little back massage. Feels really good. And then come into upward facing dog. Hold this up dog for just a minute. Pay attention to your up dog. When we're going through our vinyasas, we're so quick usually. But press the tops of your feet into your mat. Engage your legs. See how they lift. Pull your heart space forward. Lift your chin up so it's parallel with the earth. Smile. Child's pose. Come back to your breath. Come back to any intention that you set for your practice. Stay with your breath here. Now inhale, come up through tabletop. And then next inhale, open your right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Extend, reach your left fingertips forward. Come up onto the tips of those fingers. Look under your armpit, look up. Maybe even pull the shoulder up. A lot of times we just think that's where it is. But then if I go running class, a lot of times and just pull people's shoulder back, and it's so much more open than we realize. All right, come back through center. And let's do the same thing, other side. Left arm opens on the inhale, thread it through on the exhale. Come back to your steady breath. Bring your arm, your hand back in, open up, and let it go. Rock your hips side to side. And come back to child's pose. Take a side stretch here in your child's pose. You can even lift your forehead up a little bit. Walk your left hand over. Walk your right hand over to meet it. Maybe even your right hand goes on top of your left. Keep your hips centered. And just as we did at the beginning of practice, where we side stretched and pressed through our ribs to intensify that stretch, to do the same thing here. You're pressing through the right side. Maybe you find some spots, I know in my shoulder blade I do, where it's a little more tight, a little soreness, and breathe into that. Bring your hand over to the right side of your mat. Left hand comes to meet it. And you can press through your ribs or even pressing your hips back, your left hip back in line with your body intensifies that stretch. All right, bring it back through to center. And let's come down to our backs. And this class is a little bit shorter today. I'm just, I've decided that because just being completely transparent with you, because I think my children took off with the phone charger and my phone battery, it does not have much, and so I don't want to leave anyone hanging high and dry. So we are going to practice patience and not be upset about it and go with the flow. So extend your arms out, pull your belly in, and we're going to lower down one vertebra at a time. And let's take a hip opener stretch here. So taking your right foot over for a modified pigeon. Bring your right fingertips through, threading the needle. Hands are interlaced behind your left thigh. Take about 4 breaths here. Maybe you start to pull your left thigh a little closer in towards your body. And then let's switch it out. Right foot comes down, left leg comes over, arms thread through. Inhale, create space. Exhale, hugging your knee in. Notice the beating of your heart here. Unwind. Allow your legs to windshield wiper back and forth. And then extend your left leg out, bring your right knee in. Inhale, create space, pull your belly in and up. Exhale, take a twist. Your right knee comes over to the left side of your body. You can use your left hand to guide it. Maybe your gaze comes out towards your right hand. Now, tuning back into your heartbeat and your breath. We got our heart beating, our heart rate up a little bit, and now coming back down. It should feel pretty good. Bring your knee back towards the center. Switch them out. Inhale, create space. Exhale, twist. Come to your first edge as always. And notice how with each and every breath, you can find a little more softness, letting go of what you don't need. How much tension do you carry around unnecessarily? Whether it's mental tension, worry, stress, perfectionism, being impatient. Those are things we don't need. Or what are you holding on to physically? Bring it back through to center, hug your knees side to side. And then coming into an inversion of your choice, if you, I'm going to come into waterfall, but it's a waterfall without a block underneath my hips. I'm just going to extend my legs up towards the ceiling. And you can come here, or if you have any other inversion that you like to practice, headstand, shoulder stand, handstand, if you are safe in your space to do that, go for it. Let's hold here for about 10 breaths. And just notice how different it feels, and how different can feel pretty good. Just because we're used to always having our feet below our hips doesn't mean that something else isn't okay. Just notice how it feels different, how that can be good. We're all noticing the good things and the different times that we're in right now. Take time to notice those and celebrate. Notice how nourishing your breath feels. You're still taking deep inhales. Bring one knee down, then the other. Rock side to side. Then let's prepare for your savasana. So extend your legs long to the outer edges of your mat. Your arms down by your side. Close your eyes. Let go of all effort here. So take a fall-out breath. Inhale big. Let go of all effort on the exhale. And from this place of mental and physical stillness, enjoy your savasana. Bring some awareness back into your body. Feel your fingers and toes. Take a big full body stretch like it's first thing in the morning. Hug one knee into your chest, then the other. And roll over to whichever side feels best for you. With your eyes closed here, take a moment. Acknowledge what you want to take with you from this practice to your day. For myself, it's patience, but what did you need? What do you need? And notice how your body feels before we come back out and sit up completely. Take time to notice what this movement, this practice did for your body. We acknowledge the good things that we do and the goodness that they create in our lives and our body, we're more likely to come back and do them again. When you're ready, press yourself up to an easy seated position. Bring your arms out by your sides. Inhale, scoop up all this energy you created. Exhale, bring it to your heart space. The light and love in me honors the light and love inside of you. Namaste. Thank you very much for showing up and practicing. Please feel free to message me with any feedback or any requests. And stay safe, stay healthy, keep moving. Have a great Thursday.